In the heart of the Limpopo province of South Africa, dense forests attract a plethora of life. Meandering vines, tall tree canopy, and thick ground cover make up the backdrop of the bushwood forest. A highly moist environment teeming with insects, these forests are a rich habitat for hundreds of South Africa's nearly 1,000 bird species. David Letswala is a bird guide working out of Kurisa Moya Resort near Polokwane.
Now we're looking at the Narina trogon. There's a male with a full red breast on the side.
David is well known both locally and internationally and was named the top local bird guide by BirdLife South Africa, the organization that runs professional training courses for local bird enthusiasts, with the intention of creating jobs as highly formed and trained guides for birding tourists. David has developed a bird call repertoire that may even have the birds fooled.
Birds are very fascinating creatures. Their behavior, their lifestyle, I would call it lifestyle, is different to us, and there's always something new which you learn from those birds.
David's working area is a microcosm of the province. The Kurisa Moya Nature Lodge, once partly a plantation of exotic trees like eucalyptus and pine, is now a birder's paradise with 5 different habitats. Lisa Martis co-owns and manages the Nature Lodge, which is one of hundreds of birder-friendly accommodations along the 47 birding routes in Limpopo.
You have the mountain areas where you can find Gurney sugarbirds. You also have the forest area with the unique birds. But there's also dams, there's bushveld and grassland area, so you can actually find 5 habitats of birds in one farm.
Leave the farm and drive merely a couple of hours and the vast diversity of the province is quickly apparent. Dry shrubland borders flooded wetlands, creating a completely new habitat for Limpopo's unique birds, many of whom only exist in this small region. Ben de Boer is the project manager for the Greater Limpopo Birding Routes, run by BirdLife South Africa. The project is responsible for 47 bird routes and finding and training guides like David.
Quite a few birds, the southern limit of their distribution just comes into the top of the Limpopo province. So if you want to see certain species, you have to come up to Limpopo to see those in the country.
The wetlands of the Nelsvlei Nature Reserve outside of Mokopane flood every 2 to 3 years. With the floods come rich tall grasses and cool waters that stay throughout the year. The wetland habitat is dense with wildlife and birds. 25-year-old Lucas Namanyane learned about birds while conducting conservation research at Nelsvlei.
16,000 hectares. That is why one of the reasons that is one of the biggest floodplains in South Africa, and then is one of those reserves where and a floodplain where you can find the wild rice.
Birders are keen to specifically identify their finds for the day, especially when waking up before the sun, sitting quietly for hours trying to catch a glimpse or a sound of a rare and beautiful fish eagle, African finfoot, or the yellow-throated sand grouse. Marilyn Vickers is a regular at Nelsvlei with her friend Monica Kotzi.
It's a great excuse to do absolutely nothing.
In true South African fashion, they come out with their camping chairs, drinks and snacks, and may sit for hours with the binoculars at the ready.
And that's great. When you start, you speak to people who aren't birders, and they think, yeah, they're birds, who cares? But we want to learn to identify them, and when you see a new one and you do identify, it's fabulous. It's wonderful.
The BirdLife Guide Trainers Program and Birding Route Project are aiming to bring the environment and the economy together, conserving and promoting both.
Which is the idea of this program, is that it helps people use their natural resources in situ, rather than using them for wood or for food, rather use them as they are as a way of generating income via tourism.
In 2005, Limpopo received just over 1,000 tourists exclusively birding. With the work of BirdLife, the guide and accommodations moving towards a birder-friendly environment in the province, that number has more than quadrupled.
And now it's close to the region of, we estimate, about 5,000 a year that are moving through. And those are people that are just birding. They're a little bit fanatical, and all they do on their trip is look for birds.
Local or international, the excitement of some for the simple pleasures of nature are a daily fix.
It was a blue, it was Ellen's gallinule. Did you hear that noise? Yes, did you hear that? That was Ellen's gallinule. Oh, it was super.
And again, tomorrow morning as the sun rises, more birders will be hiding in the trees to capture a quick glimpse and crisp song of Limpopo's birds.